Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. I am your host, Larry the Chupacabra, back for one more delicious Ludum Dare 32 Game Jam video before the voting period ends. We're still going to do some more after the voting period ends, including taking a look at the overall winners of the Game Jam. So, if you remember correctly, I certainly sometimes do occasionally, maybe. Our theme for Ludum Dare 32 was an unconventional weapon. To that end, here in Relic by Captain Dustmite, we are on a desolate alien planet or planetoid of some variety, and we have been sent to recover something. And, yes, it's got some good pixel art going here, so let's get our object teleportation beacon set up and see what we've got going. Uh-oh, and what have we got here?
Oh, hello there. I haven't seen a living being here for a very long time. What is your name?
Ah, hello, Mr. Strange Robot Man. My name is Bob. Mr. Larry Bob Jenkins, to be specific.
Bob, that's wonderful. Your parents must love you dearly.
Well, wait a minute, Robot. You're not being sarcastic with me now, are you? I've traveled a very long way. This is the first time I've gotten out to stretch my legs, and I'm a little bit saucy now.
Nothing. What are you doing here?
Oh, so you're not getting spicy with me. Well, I guess I might as well tell you. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense if I didn't even know where I was going in this game. Well, in short, Mr. Robot, I've been sent here to collect an ancient relic. It's said to be older than humankind itself, with deadly powers to boot, like laser beams. It sounds like a load of bull to me, but, you know, it's what I'm paid for. So the interplanetary war is not going too well for us, and, well, we really need to try just about anything.
That's odd. I wasn't aware of any war. Then again, I suppose you humans are always having wars. Such an angry species. You don't seem too bad, though. In any case,
Oh, good. The robot has died already. Fantastic. Oh, never mind.
Oh my, I beg your pardon. That happens sometimes. I don't quite know why.
Huh. Well, hopefully you're still under warranty, Mr. Robot. I got a thing to do, so, I guess it was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Mr. Robot. Stop following me. You saucy devil, you. I'm a space adventurer. Stop it. Fine. Come on my adventure. See if I don't save the world. So yeah, I like that start to a game. Just not a lot of information, just some basic stuff. A funky robot companion, alone in space. What more could a cryptid ask for? Well, I could ask for a roast beef sandwich, but I don't think this robot does cooking very well. And I have gotten the jitter feet. It's not to be confused with cold feet at the altar or the jitter fingers. Both of these things are bad. But yeah, so I like the concept behind Relic. I always kind of liked different movies that take a spaceman or a wayfaring space adventurer of any gender and kind of brings up different existential questions while also trying to solve some sort of problem. Recently, we've had movies like Interstellar that tried to kind of talk about, you know, going out into the universe as a species and how time and time dilation and differentials are going to become an issue, and that it's really going to strain our human bonds of friendship, family, and social interaction. And this game, maybe not quite so existential, but it's got a nice story-driven atmosphere, a little bit of sort of puzzly solving, platforming, and very open-ended. And looks, I mean, if something looks relic-y and monolithy, that is it right there. I'm not really, I've got the jitter legs. The one qualm I've had with this game so far, it's got good music and good artwork, is you might periodically see my astronaut character's legs jankle around. That's the only major issue I've run into. The controls are pretty solid, but occasionally you get jitter legs, and it prevents you from jumping. It literally interrupts your jump. That time it didn't do it, but anytime you see my legs spaz out, like right here, um, I have the jitter legs. It's chronic. Don't pay any mind. Aside from that, I really like the controls in this game. They are pretty smooth. A lot of games suffer from feeling really slidey with their controls, which I'm surprised this doesn't have that issue, given you have this, like, floaty around zero gravity thing going on. Come on, dang. Oh, there we go. Nope. Alright, we'll have to do that again. So yeah, it's got some delicious, simple graphics going on, some 8-bit graphics. I can tell that I have, like, a space person, astronaut. I can tell this is a weird robot. I can tell this is a wasteland. I can tell that's a monolith. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good controls. Good music. I just wish the music was a tad longer. If the music would carry us through and follow us on grand adventure. But I like the concept. I definitely do. A very open-ended story. Puzzles and platforming and all that kooky fun stuff. It's a good combination. Combination for the ages. Alright. I think we can get her. We'll just let this jitter legs quit. Alright. And then I'll get a walking start to build up a touch of momentum. Yahoo! Alright, here we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get this puppy back to the ship. Alrighty.
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? I told you, I'm here to collect this fancy weapon for the home folks back home. You know, all those millions of people's lives depending on salvation and all that. You know, Larry, the spacefarer, getting paid. Also those lives thing, but I also want to get paid. I'm a space trucker, you know.
I know that. I mean, why are you putting my bed on your ship?
I'm sorry, come again? Did you say bed? Your robots? Beds? What?
My bed. That's my bed.
What are you talking about? This is an ancient space relic. You sleep on an ancient doomsday relic?
It's not ancient, actually. It's only about 24,934 years, 11 months, 27 days, 4 hours, and 32 seconds old. Give or take. I suppose it might seem ancient to you though, young grasshopper.
Oh, is that all? Well, how do you know that, then?
I made it. It's rather tiring floating around for eons.
Huh. So, where's the relic, then?
I suppose that must be referring to me.
Alright, so you're the relic? Alright, come on now. You're screwing with Larry. You're just a man-made hunk of junk, not an ancient space weapon of unimaginable power and nightmare.
Am I? I can be a man-made hunk of junk. I can be organic. I can be a wisp of atmosphere that you will never see. I can be a cosmic explosion that you definitely will see, albeit briefly. I can be anything. Except Batman, unfortunately.
Ah, that's great. I gotta say, I do enjoy the robot. The robot's good. It's got a nice humor to it. It's not like every other weird, unimaginable, ununderstandable alien space relic either. It's something that's very approachable and has a good humor about it, and I definitely like that. Alright, so it was you all along, Mr. Robot. Can I call you Robo-Danza?
Indeed.
It's fantastic. Well, you could have told me about being a awesome cosmic power earlier, Robo-Danza. I mean, I do look foolish in front of the people at home, I'll have you know.
I was not aware that you were not aware.
Well, I guess in this case, since you're a horrifying machine of intelligence and murdery power that could turn me inside out with a thought, I'm sorry about that whole space junk comment. I didn't mean it. Don't don't turn Larry into a cosmic smudge. All right? Cool with that? We cool?
I accept your apology.
Oh, hot diggity. So, would you like to come with Larry for a space picnic? Maybe murder some aliens and save the world? You cool with that? Yeah? Get Larry paid for saving the world? Yeah?
I suppose I could. But there's one thing you need to do before we go.
Yeah, alright. Whatever you need, spaceman.
Now that you've made me think of it, it would certainly be more comfortable if we brought my bed with us.
Fair enough. We kind of robot needs a bed anyway.
The best kind.
Fantastic.
Wait, we forgot my pillow.
LOL. No, that was good. I liked that. Nice job, Captain Dustmite, also known as Camille Hine. That was a nice game, and I guess the unlikely weapon is just an unassuming, all-powerful cosmic robo thing. And I like that. It's a lot more approachable than so many other space movies that have an unimaginable power, like, Space Odyssey 2000 and what was it, 1 or something? Had us fighting with HAL 9000, and then getting a hold of the space relic, and it was like a crazy mind trip. Interstellar dealt with, like, space-time travel, and what is it to be human, and all that stuff. But this is just like a robot, just like, oh yeah, I got crazy powers. I mean, it's kind of like the Big Lebowski of interstellar superpowers. I like it. It's nice, and I think this is a good format for a very simple and straightforward adventure game of some variety. You could do like a point and click or a simplified puzzle platformer with a little bit of puzzles and maybe some action, a lot of crazy running around through space in different environments. It's good. I like it. The only thing is just like, fix that thing with the jitter legs and give me some background tunes that kind of like set the mood of how I should be thinking about this game. Is it really thoughtful and dramatic, or is it just kind of relaxing and serene? Maybe we're a spaceman that really gets off on being alone, or a space person of some variety that gets off on being alone in space, looking at wonderful rolling vistas, and we don't really care about the whole loneliness thing. We're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm getting paid for this. Let's go save the world. A very nice job. Keep up the good work. Alrighty, next up on our docket is Ice Story by Cast Pixel. And we've got a lovely ice mage here, and she lives out in the country in an enchanted treehouse. Very fun and colorful place to live. And she also likes to keep it quiet, it's hard to concentrate on our magical studies when there's a ruckus going about. What in the googly moogly, spacily, magicy is going on outside today? Oh, good. Oh, good. We got lizards. Fantastic. Could have sworn the landlord, when they rented me this tree, said no crazy magic lizards falling from the sky. Well, guess we gotta go clean that up. Oh, the lizards. So that's Ice Story. We are a kooky ice mage, and we have to help her out in collecting up all of these lizards and sending them back to Narnia or, like, the mystical Cretaceous period by encasing them in ice and then slamming them with our shoulder, catching them on our head like we're one of those people that carries jugs of water on our head back to the village, and slam them back in the portal. And, yeah. That's the crux of it. We've got our ice magic, and we've got a propensity for saving the wildlife. Just to make sure, oh good, that you get it on your noggin. Nowhere else will, oh dang it. Nowhere else will suffice, just on the noggin. Alright, there we go, and then we hit both buttons to slap this sucker back in the portal. And then it often helps, as you're jumping around, to grab some extra magic. So let's grab up this fella up here. Drop, oh good, this is what I was afraid of. Now the world is crashing in on us, dino buddies. This is what happens when you screw around with the magic that makes the world work. Oh, and I'm dead. So Ice Story, was really fun. It's really, I guess magical would be a good way to put it. And the whole goal is to just, we don't like to murder things. I don't know what kind of mage you get to be where you don't murder stuff. And you just go around collecting up the lizards to save them from time and space and getting murdered by things. You know, because we want our peace and quiet, but we don't want it at the cost of the happiness of other creatures. Which I think is worthwhile endeavor. And the other thing is, this game is quite arcadey, quite simple. I feel like it's supposed to kind of be reminiscent of older Atari or NES games. A couple of types of games that I never really played. I started my gaming adventures on the Nintendo 64. Before that, Larry wandered around outside and collected insects and other kooky insect biology stuff. Alright, there we go. So, you know, I like that. You know, I didn't get to experience a lot of those games, so having a... Oh, good. That's murder. That's a lot of murder. Having a game that kind of talks about that and goes into detail about that, or not really talk about or go into detail, but has that vibe to it, kinda nice. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a big problem. Alright, now we just gotta avoid the rocks crashing into our head. Alright, we did it. We survived. Yay. The other thing I kind of like about this game is it's really, you know, it's really fun and colorful. And the whole atmosphere, despite the roof crashing in on our head, is very relaxing. It's got a good art style that I really enjoy. The only thing that's been bugging me a little bit is the control scheme. I feel like we could do with some control overlapping here, because the one thing that's the hardest to do is to pop this critter back into the portal. Surprisingly difficult, and really what you have to do is you have to slam down both keys at the same time, and quite often I find myself getting myself killed because I'll hit them at the same time and one of my controls will be slightly off kilter to the other, and I will have slammed my cute little wizardess's or sorceress's head into another dinosaur or something. I could really see Ice Story going up as a full-fledged game, definitely. It's simple enough, it's got a simple enough concept to it that it really lends itself well to a lot of different gameplay. Well, not a lot of different gameplay so much as it lends itself to a whole dynamic-y storyline. Like, maybe as we travel along, we find out that there is some sort of evil sorcerer who is sending innocent creatures that defy him through the portals of doom. Maybe they're doom, maybe he just calls them that because he has like an inferiority complex or something. And then as you go along, you have to unlock different sorts of ice abilities or ice-related powers in order to save the different creatures, because some of the creatures are like immune to ice blasts, so you have to use like a mixture of ice and wind magic or something. You know, something simple like that would be great. Then you could have like a simplified Shovel Knight story, almost, where all you gotta do is like stop an evil sorcerer who they in turn is kind of misunderstood, and at the end, you finally save the day, and you can go back to studying your wizardly magic. I think this lends perfectly to that. I also really like the fact that this game has got a built-in, sort of instruction manual for what's going on screen. So you don't have to, like, just read the controls for the Ludum Dare Game Jam. You can actually see what they do and what they're for. The controls are simple enough, if just giving us a slightly different button combination to control stuff and hurl the dinosaurs. I'm having trouble with that right now, actually. There we go. Having that in-game tutorial really quickly before you start the game was really nice, and it really illustrated well what you need to do. And the only qualm I had with the controls is sometimes it's difficult to hurl stuff through the portal. Which, you know, as far as problems go, not the worst one on the planet, truth be told. I mean, just yesterday I had the sorceress mumps. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, this game's got some very nice, very wonderful, simplified, 8-bitty, kind of 16-bitty graphics, which lend well to this type of a game. I think it's like NES inspired, maybe like Atari inspired, or maybe not. Maybe it's just designed to look like a retro game. But either way, Pixelcast, lovely game. Got a kick out of it. Definitely, this is one of those games that I really feel like you should most definitely investigate turning this into a full-fledged game, building it out, and doing some stuff with it, regardless of whether or not you win the Ludum Dare. I mean, it's simple, it's a lot of fun, it's really cartoony and relaxing, I love it. I would definitely play the heck out of this for a Let's Play. Come on, let's be honest here. Alright. Oh, did I catch them both at the same time? Heck yes. Ow. Alright, so anyway, nice job, Pixelcast. Very lovely job. And thanks again for joining me, everybody, for some more Ludum Dare 32 game review action. This will be the last one before the voting period ends. I wanted to do more, but I ran out of time in my day-to-day. But don't you worry. I've gotten so many people who sent me games, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't take some time after Ludum Dare had ended to not only check out and review the other games that were created, but also checking out the finalists who won the jam, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So until next time, I am your host, Larry, the delectable and also magical Chupacabra man, sorceress thing person, and I will catch you next time. Stay tuned for more Ludum Dare action. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what was happening here. And toodaloo. Have a good one, everybody.